Jake Paul, he keeps saying he wants to fight you. Do you want to fight him?
That could be very interesting.
You heard it right, motherfucker. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
Great smooth move, man.
Number 2, there's a 30-year age gap there. Number 3, AT&T Stadium. Number 4, Netflix.
Careful on that uppercut. And I come back again, a guy who's 24, fighting a guy who's 56. I'm like, fucking joke.
Mike Tyson's health concerns. All right, folks, let's talk about the big man himself, Mike Tyson, and the buzz swirling around his return to the boxing ring at the ripe age of 57. Now, we all know Tyson is a legend, a heavyweight champ whose name alone strikes fear into the hearts of many. But recently, some concerns have been cropping up among fans, and it's got everyone talking. First off, there's this footage that's been making the rounds online, showing Tyson needing a bit of help to walk at a UFC event. Yeah, you heard that right. The former champ seemed to be leaning on a walking stick and getting some assistance from a companion to move around. Now, for a guy who used to dance circles around his opponents in the ring, seeing him needing a bit of support to stroll through an arena definitely raised some eyebrows. And you know how the internet works. Once that footage hit the web, the chatter started.
All right. Ted, the other day I saw a picture of you. You were in a wheelchair. What was that all about?
Hey, brother, you're looking good, Mike.
You're
welcome.
photo, Mr. Tyson?
He gets mad when I do this, but Mike's 60, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
I don't look at life as being age. I look at life as energy. And you don't bring your age to the table, you bring your energy to the table.
Fans were quick to voice their concerns about Tyson stepping back into the ring, especially at his age and with whatever physical limitations he might be facing. I mean, let's be real here. Boxing is a tough sport, even for the young guns. So seeing Tyson, who's closer to hitting the big 6-0, gearing up for a bout against someone like Jake Paul, well, it's got people scratching their heads. Sure, Tyson's got the experience, the skill, the ferocity, all the things that made him a legend in the first place, but is it worth the risk? That's the question on everyone's minds. Some fans are saying Tyson should hang up the gloves for good before he ends up seriously hurting himself. Others are more optimistic, believing that Iron Mike still has what it takes to step into the ring and give it his all. But regardless of where you stand on the issue, one thing's for sure, Tyson's comeback has definitely got the boxing world buzzing. Whether it's out of excitement or concern, all eyes are on the former champ as he gears up for his next chapter in his storied career.
Tyson. Can you guys vouch for me? Am I right?
No. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you.
I hope you don't have sciatica right now, but otherwise you're in good health. You're in good health. All right.
A 31-year age difference during that fight. Just, you guys know what I think of that stuff.
I can say this, my last fight, I didn't have no interest in doing it. I'm interested in doing it now.
Dispute over headgear. You've got two heavyweight names, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, gearing up to duke it out in the ring. Sounds like a recipe for an epic showdown, right? Well, hold on to your gloves because there's a bit of drama brewing over headgear. Word on the street is that rumors started swirling about whether or not headgear would be worn during the Tyson-Paul bout. Some folks were whispering about extra protection for the fighters, given the stakes and the age gap between the two. But then, Jake Paul's business partner stepped in like a knight in shining armor, waving off those rumors faster than you can say roundhouse. In a bold move, Paul's partner straight up shut down the speculation, declaring that there would be no headgear worn during the fight. Yep, you heard that right.
I know for a fact they are using 18-ounce gloves and head guards, if I'm not mistaken.
Jake Paul, he keeps saying he wants to fight you. Do you want to fight him?
That could be very interesting.
You heard it right, motherfucker. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
Let's assume that there is going to be no headgear. I can't imagine that actually being the case, but
it's going to be two heavyweight contenders, bareheaded and ready to rumble. Now that's the kind of bold statement that gets people talking. But here's the kicker. This whole headgear debacle isn't just about whether Tyson and Paul will have a little extra cushioning on their heads. It's shining a spotlight on a bigger issue in the world of boxing: safety and regulations in crossover events. See, when you've got big names from different backgrounds stepping into the ring, there's bound to be some debate about how to keep things fair and safe for everyone involved. Should there be stricter rules? More oversight? These are the questions bouncing around as the boxing community grapples with the growing popularity of crossover fights. So while the headgear dispute might seem like a minor hiccup in the grand scheme of things, it's actually shining a light on a much bigger conversation about the future of boxing. And with Tyson and Paul at the center of it all, you can bet this debate is far from over. Criticism mounts. Alright folks, let's dive into the drama swirling around the Tyson-Paul matchup because things are heating up in the boxing world. First off, we've got some heavy hitters stepping into the ring, both literally and figuratively. But it seems like not everyone is thrilled about this showdown. Enter Eddie Hearn and Derek Chisora, two big names in the boxing scene who are throwing some serious shade at the Tyson-Paul bout. These guys aren't mincing words, they're straight up saying they're not fans of the fight. And what's got their boxing gloves in a twist? Well, for starters, there's the whole age thing. Mike Tyson, a living legend in the ring, is going toe-to-toe with Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer who's basically half his age. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a pretty hefty age gap between these two contenders, and some folks are raising eyebrows, wondering if this matchup is really fair game. But it's not just about age, it's about skill and experience too. Tyson's got decades of boxing under his belt, while Paul's still relatively new to the game. So you can see why some people are scratching their heads, wondering if this fight is more of a mismatch than a match made in boxing heaven. And then there's the elephant in the room. The critics are calling this whole thing a shameless money grab.
And I come back again, a guy who's 24, fighting a guy who's 56. I'm like, fucking joke.
You think Jake Paul gets any credibility if he beats Mike Tyson?
He's 58 years old.
Only kids will pay to watch that, and parents will give their kids money to go watch that. Great for them.
Ouch, that's gotta sting. But hey, when you've got two big names like Tyson and Paul stepping into the ring, you know there's gonna be some serious cash on the line. Still, it's got people wondering if this fight is more about lining pockets than proving who's the king of the ring. So as the boxing community continues to buzz about the Tyson-Paul matchup, one thing's for sure, there's no shortage of opinions when it comes to this fight. Whether you're rooting for Tyson, Paul, or just hoping for a good old-fashioned brawl, one thing's for certain, this showdown is shaping up to be one for the history books.
I find it very sad, but it's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it, and it's entertainment, I guess.
You fight one of the greatest fighters and then sell out a big arena for no reason.
Tyson Fury, Jake Paul, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. He's one of my heroes.
Tyson responds to critics. Alright, buckle up because Mike Tyson isn't taking any punches when it comes to critics doubting his comeback. He's coming out swinging, quite literally, with a training video that's got everyone talking. Tyson knows that there are some folks out there questioning whether he's still got what it takes to step into the ring. But instead of just brushing off the criticism, he's decided to show the world exactly what he's made of. Cue the training montage. In this epic video, Tyson gives us a sneak peek into his grueling training regimen, and let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. From pounding the heavy bag to speed drills that'll make your head spin, Tyson's pulling out all the stops to prove he's still got that legendary bite. And boy does he deliver.
Great smooth movement.
Despite all the concerns swirling around his age and time away from the ring, Tyson looks sharper than ever in the training footage. I'm talking lightning-fast punches and footwork that'll leave you dizzy. It's like watching a master craftsman at work honing his skills for the ultimate showdown. But it's not just about the physical prowess, it's about sending a message. Tyson's training video is more than just a flex, although it's definitely that too. It's a rebuttal to all the doubters and naysayers, a bold statement that says, I'm back and I'm here to stay. So to all the critics out there, you might want to think twice before doubting Iron Mike, because if this training video is anything to go by, Tyson's ready to take on the world, one knockout punch at a time.
Careful on that uppercut.
You know what I'm saying?
Can this kid fight?
Now, can he fight Mike Tyson? This is a different story.
No, we ain't saying Mike Tyson. Can this kid fight?
Hey, what you want?
Netflix enters the ring. Get ready to stream some serious punches because Netflix is stepping into the ring for the first time ever with the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson matchup. That's right, folks. The streaming giant is making its debut in combat sports, and they're doing it in style. So what's the big deal? Well, for starters, this fight isn't just any old bout. It's being hailed as a historic event. We're talking about two heavyweight contenders, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, going head-to-head in what's sure to be an epic showdown. And thanks to Netflix, fans from around the globe will be able to tune in and catch every knockout blow and jaw-dropping moment live. But it's not just about the fight itself. It's about the sheer magnitude of the event. We're talking about the AT&T Stadium in Texas. That's right, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. This isn't your average boxing ring. It's a massive stadium that's going to be packed to the rafters with fans hungry for some action. And let's not forget about the fighters themselves. Both Paul and Tyson are pumped up and ready to go, and they're not afraid to let the world know it.
It's going to be streamed exclusively on Netflix. The fight is Tyson's second boxing match since 2005.
Number 2, there's a 30-year age gap there. Number 3, AT&T Stadium. Number 4, Netflix.
Paul is 9-0 in his boxing career. That fight will be live streamed July 20th.
Netflix Live Combat Sports. This is the first one. Is it the only one? Obviously, we know about WWE.
In fact, they've been hyping up the event, promising an unforgettable spectacle that's going to leave fans on the edge of their seats. So mark your calendars, folks, because July 20th is going to be a night to remember. With Netflix making its debut in combat sports and two heavyweight contenders ready to throw down, this is one fight you won't want to miss. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready for the showdown of the century. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.